Hello friend, this is Sanjay Kumar, creator of SelectorSub and GrowPath. What are the permissions being used by SelectorSub when you add it into your browser, and how can you get it unblocked in your company if it is blocked? Because there are some companies very few companies, not every company, most of the companies allows such extensions because React app, while developing React application, you use those kind of extensions. So lots of developer extensions are there which most of the companies allow them, but some of the companies still block the browser extension, but on a special request they used to unblock it. And in fact, same with the SelectorSub case, many companies has already unblocked it. Most of the companies has already unblocked it, I would say. So here let me explain what are the permissions SelectorSub use, and why they required by SelectorSub, and if it is blocked in your company, how can you get it unblocked. So let's see. Here on selectorsub.com website, if you come here and you just search is it safe. Here I have already written an article, so I'm just showing you. Is it safe to use SelectorSub? Yes, absolutely safe it is. It is the most secured browser plugin, and if you see that it is mentioned here that it is declared here in Chrome Store that it will not collect your user data or use your data. You can refer this screenshot here. So let me directly go to the Chrome Store, and here in Chrome Store for SelectorSub under privacy practices, if you click on that tab, it is very clearly mentioned here that the publisher has disclosed that it will not collect or use your data. Further, this publisher has declared that your data is not being sold to third parties outside of the approved use cases, not being used or transferred for purposes that are unrelated to the item's core functionality, not being used or transferred to determine creditworthiness or for lending purposes. In short, I'm the creator and founder of this tool. I'm declaring here that SelectorSub doesn't save any of your user data. It doesn't I don't fetch your data, who is using, what is your browser history or anything like that. Nothing is being saved. SelectorSub just runs only on your local. It doesn't have any API call or background, no calls are there. It runs only on your local. Further, to explain more about it, what are the permissions it required. So here there is a website to where you can generally, like most of the company use this website CRX Cavator, which shows what are the permission, what all things this plugin does in the background. Most of the companies track by this way. I really thanks to Gaurav Khurana who told me today about this CRX Cavator. I was not aware, so I thought many people are asking to how they can get it unblocked, or is it safe or not. So this is really good. I really thankful to Gaurav. So you see here, when you just search for here on this website, find an extension you can search and it will show you that here you see that source risk and risk score, content security policy 377, there is no external calls. You see that there is 0 external calls. Permission 40, optional permission 00, and web store details 2, total risk 419. I will explain what is this 419 and why it is required. So basically you have to focus on this part, permissions. What are the permissions it is required? So one is tabs permission, which it shows high. Another so tabs permission is required because when you open because this is an XPath extension, right? So when you open google.com, so basically it required the DOM, it required this DOM access and this tab access. Why? Because when SelectorSub you will open here, that requires to query in your DOM for XPath and CSS selector, to verify XPath and CSS selector and to generate that, as well as uh, this one. So that is the region that tab is required. Notification. So here notification is and there are like lots of other functionalities as well in selector sub. For that basic functional basic tab permission is required, because when you will open in a different tab like new tab, so all those tab permission is required. Notification. So when you install selector sub and it used to like get updated, so for that, like to get update notification, so like whenever selector sub used to update in your system, you used to get the notification that from 3.1.5 to 3.1.6 it got updated. So for that, this notification has been used. There's no other notification you will get from selector sub. It is just for that update notification. Like whenever selector sub get updated, you get that notification, and if you click on that notification, it will take you to this change log page. So anytime you can see the change log here, like for version this one what are the changes has been done, for version this one what are the changes. So whichever version get installed in your system, anytime you can refer this change log here. So that is the notification. Storage. So you know that sorry, in your like when you use selector sub, so selector sub generally let me just first add the selector sub here. So when you add, like click on add to Chrome, this pop-ups used to come, and if you see that it says that it can read and change all your data in the website that you visit. Display notification, modify data that you copy and paste. I will explain these. What is this? You can accept this one, read and changes all your data. It's when it says all your data, it doesn't doesn't do that. This is just to read your DOM, like until it will not, if it will not have the DOM access, how it will verify and generate the XPath for your website. So for that reason it requires, it doesn't read your like user ID, password, which it sounds like from this notification it sounds like it will read your data like user ID and password, but no, that's not the case. If that will be the case, none of the Chrome extension will anybody will be using, because this is the default extension. Pop-up comes for most of the plugin, like 99% plugin. If you install in Chrome browser, you will get this pop-up. Generally you doesn't notice, but sometimes some people notice and they will like, oh my god, why this is asking to read and change my data. No, but it doesn't do that. If that will happen, like Chrome doesn't allow those kind of plugin, if the plugin will start reading your user ID, password, right? So and second is the display notification, which I explained you that whenever there will be any update, for that selector sub required the notification. Modify data that you copy and paste. So selector sub has that feature that when you right click in the context menu, from the context menu itself, you can copy the selectors value, you can copy the XPath value. So that is the reason that this required the copy and paste permission. So let's add this extension and I will explain further. So it got added here, and after adding it here, so you can pin to toolbar, here it got added. Okay, let me open this google.com here again. So I was here. So tab permission, I explained that yes, tab permission is required, because whichever tab you will open, in that it should work. So for that it required. Notification, I explained that it required for whenever there will be any update. Storage. So you know that like when you use selector sub, so here if you change anything here, right, so those settings used to, like let's say you want to use it in the default editor mode only, just editor, like you want to type your XPath, so this one you want to use. So where this settings used to save, this saved in your local. So to save those settings, this permission is required, storage permission. To save this XPath value what you have typed here, like this, you use this feature is there, like save selector value. So for that storage permission is required. Like if you open here and now you see it will open in editor mode, and here you can fetch those values. So for this region, this storage permission is required. Next, clipboard and write. So this permission is required, like when you right click here and copy this value, copy relative XPath value. So for this, having it in context menu, for this it is required copy and paste permission. Clipboard write, context menu, this one is required to create this context menu option, like having the selectors up in the context menu. So that is the reason this permission is required. So these are the permission basically selector sub required, which all are very minimal, and you don't have, like, it's not at all any harmful, no data risk, no user security risk, absolutely safe. And then here you have read that web store details and permission and this. So here I will tell what is that web store details. So it has the inside I have added that Microsoft Edge browser add-on link as well. So that is the reason it is showing that one. YouTube URL is mentioned there. Drive, just like because that / permission is required, because sometimes when you want to use selector sub for local files, like you can use the selector sub for local file. How you can use that? Like, go to this manage extension page. Here you can use the like allow access to file URLs. So in that case, like, it will work for the local files as well. So for that is required, and you can use it in incognito mode as well. So that is the reason this one is required. This I explained. YouTube, because I have added the YouTube video tutorial link, so that is the reason. And of course the selectorsub.com website link is there in the footer here. So that is the reason that it is showing that these are the external links has been mentioned, like here this YouTube tutorial link has been mentioned here, and Microsoft Edge browser link is mentioned there. What was that? And then selectorsub.com. So here this one is the selectorsub homepage link is mentioned. So that is the reason that is showing. So this is all very minimal permission required. Almost every company, no company will block the extension because of this reason, and they will immediately unblock. So if you want to like if in any case, like if it is blocked in your company, you take this screenshot, open this, I will mention this link here in the description of YouTube tutorial. I will add this, and you can mention the screenshot and this link, and write it to your admin team and your manager that this is the risk analysis for this plugin, please unblock it. You can also mention this selector sub blog link. I will add this blog link as well in the description. You can share this link, and here they can read it, as well as you can add the screenshot if you want, like, more this privacy practices tab here, so they can read it from here. So this is absolutely secure. To further like make it more how safe it is, and to prove you that this is the safe, let's go here in Chrome Web Store, and see the first one, the very first one, Chrome extension, which browser store suggests. So this is the one which is on the top, suggested by, advertised by Chrome Web Store, OneNote Web Clipper. Let's see the let's analyze the this plugin risk analysis. Let's do the risk analysis for this plugin. So OneNote Web Clipper I have already opened here. So you see that content security 377, that's the same as selector sub has. External calls 0, permission 130 permission is required, web store details 4, and this is 511 sorry, while selector sub has just 419, almost 100 less. And you see that the permission, these are the critical permissions which selector sub doesn't require, like all URLs, no, selector sub doesn't require. Web request, no, selector sub doesn't require. So you see that, and this tabs permission generally most of the plugin will require. Active tab selector sub doesn't require that as well. So you see that what all permission, just low, medium, none. So just 5 permissions are required for selector sub, while there are two critical permission and rest are same as selector sub. So you see that selector sub requires very minimal permission and is absolutely safe plugin. Imagine this is the plugin which Chrome Store suggests on the top. So it's safe plugin. I just compared the plugin selector sub plugin with the top number one plugin which is suggested by Chrome Store here. So this is absolutely safe and secure plugin. Selector sub, you can get it unblocked easily. There is no security threat. There is no harm to use selector sub. It doesn't fetch or read your data or anything. If you have any question, feel free to connect with me. I will leave the Telegram group link. You can connect with me there. Slack link is as well there, and anytime feel free to reach out to me if any problem you face with the selector sub or any permission or any details required for your company from my side. More than happy to help. Thank you for watching, and please like and share. And if you want to get more updates about XPath innovation concepts, subscribe to the channel. You will learn a lot of good concepts from here. With that, thank you so much.